Welcome to Hatchling Art Lessons. I'm Sarah Hatch and I'm here with my daughter and we are going to draw
a Pegasus unicorn.
Yeah, this drawing will be done with pencil and watercolor pencils, and then at the end we're going to draw some flowers with some watercolors. If you don't have watercolor pencils, you can do colored pencils instead and just skip the flower parts. If you are using watercolors or watercolor pencils, you'll want to use a higher quality paper.
To start out the drawing, you want to draw the nose, and if you think about two circles, one a little larger and one a little smaller, that helps you form the nose. And then the chest has kind of a circular curve to it, and it continues over to the leg. This is the front leg. And then the back leg comes down from the chest at this angle. So now we'll come down for the lower part of the leg. And you've got a little bit of a
Thing.
little knobby circle thing here. And then the hoof goes back. Now the back leg.
Back of the front.
So you've got the front leg here and the other front leg right behind it. And then from this leg, you're going to angle up. You continue that circle around a little bit. And then right here, you come back. But not too far. So we're creating the rump. The tail's gonna come up right here, and it's just gonna curve around right here. Then it comes down. This line that comes down and then curves in. This curves in, and they come and meet up right here. And then the leg starts coming forward. You got a little bit of hair coming off the back. And then the hoof. You want it to line up across from there if you can. You might want to just come down. You might want to make it come back a little bit here and then forward. So do you see how you can come back over to here, over here, and then come down. Now the other back leg is just another line right behind it, and then you've got just the other hoof at a slightly different angle. Right behind that. Hey, that looks really good. Good job, sweetie. Comes down. My stomach growled.
It's time for breakfast.
We had to do this video really early so that we could do it before the little ones were awake. I'm not gonna do the wings quite yet. So you can draw the hair however you want, or you can draw how I am. Long flowing locks.
Maybe with wind
Yeah.
blowing them.
Wind blown hair. And then there's an ear that comes forward right here. Can kind of get mistaken for hair. It's an ear.
That's too far away.
And here's the other ear. And they're kind of angled down. And then the hair is right there with them. The bangs come around the hair. The horn on this unicorn comes out and back.
Now,
A little curve. Gonna do your horn? Okay,
what about the curves on the
we can
horn?
do that later. And then here's the eye. Got a line, and then some eyelashes. And now I'm gonna make my face a little bigger.
I think it didn't make the bottom part.
Now I'm just working on getting the face shape just right and adding in the nostril and just making sure that you get the curves the way you want them to. And you just keep trying until you get it how you want it to go. Okay, so the wings come out of the body with these two little lines. And then you have a ridge that holds the wings up, goes up and back. And then you want to do each individual feather at the top as it comes down. And then you're going to be tapering back towards the unicorn.
And it's going up, and the feathers are going out smaller when it goes closer to the unicorn.
That's right. So here's that ridge I was talking about. I'm gonna draw some curvy lines to represent the feathers. And then you can draw some more feathers. Like a second layer of them. And then another curvy line. All right, and then there's one more set of wings.
Well, not set of wings.
You're right.
One more wing.
One more wing. It's a little bit smaller because it's farther away.
Because 2 wings is a set of wings.
You were right. And I was wrong. So here we're just finishing up the wings, and then we will be ready to color. And if you want to stop here, that's fine. But grab some colored pencils if you want to color, and start by shading in. And the gray looks a lot like the pencil did, but since we're using watercolor pencils, this will give it some spreading when we start using the water on top of the watercolor pencils. But for now, it just looks kind of like a pencil. And that works to help you know where you're supposed to shade in anyway. So now it's switched to time lapse, so it's going to start showing the shading a lot faster. Feel free to pause if you need to, it'll go back and look. But I'm using a darker purple, darker blue in the shadows to give some color in those shadows. And I'll also come in with different colors throughout the unicorn. You can just do it however you want color-wise. And now we're gonna get out our wet brush. And this is a brush that feeds water into the bristles. It's a special brush, but you can just use any watercolor brush and just dip it into water if you don't have one like mine. One tip about drawing with watercolor pencils, if you have laid down water on your paper and then you come back over it with pencil, it'll draw a lot darker, and it's kind of a cool effect. Now we're gonna switch over to doing the flowers, and we're gonna use a watercolor set to do that. And we're gonna get some pink and start drawing the flowers. And the way you do that is you just draw little lines.
Like roses?
Like a rose. Yeah, that looks so good. Oh, baby's starting to wake up. We better hurry. And then I'm gonna do another rose over here. And then like a rose bud. Right here.
Yeah, and then we should get a green.
We'll get a green pencil in a minute. First we're just doing all the roses.
For the stem of the bud.
All right. Just do roses around their feet. Wherever you fancy. You can even do one up in their hair if you left room. I didn't leave a lot of room. I could do a rosebud right there. A little bit right there. Okay. Okay, now grab yourself a pencil, a watercolor pencil, or a... So we accidentally turned off the camera while we were finishing up painting the flowers, but what you can do is just add little leaves with your colored pencil, and I like to do it in green and in like a darker maroon. Do little leaves, longer leaves, little streaks, and it just gives it a fun little extra something something.
All right, that was fun, and we are done. I would love to see your Pegasus unicorn. If you want to go to my website, it's sarahhatchartstudio.com. The link is below, and there's coloring pages and fun stuff like that.
Bye.
Bye.